Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we are back with some more Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Last time we basically got dropped off in Seyda Neen, walked around a little bit, did a little bit of shopping, and then went and raided a smuggler's cave. In this episode, I think we're going to be going ahead and exploring a little bit more in Seyda Neen, talking to the people here, and getting a little bit more acquainted with the place, doing maybe a couple little quests before eventually setting off into the world. What's this about? Well, let me tell you what it's about. I want to talk to you. Yes, what do you want? If you're looking to get out of Seyda Neen, I'll be happy to give you a little advice. Well, what is it? What's this advice? New here? Take the Siltstrider to Vivec or Balmora. Fast and cheap, no trouble with wild animals, and smugglers, and bandits, and outlaws. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my! Go see Darvaim Haleran over at the Strider Port, over the bridge in east along the water, and tell her Vodunius Nucius sent you. And I'm presuming that's your name? Right, that's me. If you decide to take the Siltstrider, tell Darvaim Haleran I sent you. All right, well, I will do that. You know what? Maybe, I don't plan on leaving just yet, but let's go ahead and talk to the lady manning the Siltstrider station. Let's go ahead and chit-chat with her and be like, hey, how are you doing? Now, actually, on my way over here, give me a second. I'm going to stop. We have an engraved ring of healing. Remember, that's the little, ring that we're hanging on to that we, nabbed, that we're keeping from Fargoth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit F1, and I want to go ahead and assign this to a quick key, so I can quickly go ahead and get back to my healing ring. We're going to go ahead and maybe set this into number 2, and we're going to choose the engraved ring of healing. So now whenever I hit 2, that will be sort of a quick select. And then under number 1, maybe we'll go ahead and throw my iron short sword on there. So that way there, if I want to heal, bam. If I want my sword, bam. And we're going to go ahead and heal ourselves because we're still a little hurt. If you look at our health down in the bottom left corner, it looks like, we're still a little bit hurt from our fight a little bit earlier in the smuggler's cave. So we're going to go ahead and use our healing. What I'm going to do, though, because I noticed the sound effects are really loud in this. Give me a second. Sorry about that. That should be a little bit better. There we go. We're going to go ahead and heal ourselves up. And then we're going to go ahead and talk to you. Darvaim. Anyways, how are you doing today? This is the seaport village of Seyda Neen, Outlander, in the Bitter Coast region. I'm a caravaner. Oh dear goodness, this is an easy word, Jason. Caravaner. Sure. And I manage the Siltstrider port here. Tell me your destination. If you're looking for a ride, or if you're new to Seyda Neen, I can help you with local services, or any specific place in Seyda Neen you're looking for. Or if you want someone in particular, maybe I know where to look. Well, let me see. What if I click on destination? What do we get? I can take you by Siltstrider from Seyda Neen to Balmora, Vivec, Gnesis, and Siran. And Siltstrider, do you have anything else to say? Yes, well, we've already read that before. Local services. What kind of local services do we have? Get food and sundries from Errol's Trade House. That's also where you'll find anyone who offers training. Not much else in the way of services in this damp little squat. So maybe we'll head back to Errol's Trade House in just a little bit here. Someone in particular. Let's see. The Altmer Ariel runs Errol's Trade House. Socusius Ergala is the chief agent at the Census and Excise offices. So there's really nothing here. This is little place. But let's go ahead on the side. On our list of different topics that we can bring up. We do have the name of Vodunius Nucius, and that's basically the guy we were just talking to. So let's go ahead and mention him. And I'm going to pay attention to, our reputation, because right now we're at about 50%, with this individual here. So let's see what happens here. Oh yes, he steers business my way, and I do him a little favor now and then. Poor fellow. I don't think he's happy here in Morrowind. My journal's been updated. Why don't we go ahead and read our journal and see what has been updated in there.
Watching me. I can tell.
Either you're crazy or you're referring to me. Darvaim Haleran mentioned that she didn't think Vodunius Nucius was happy here. Oh man, that sounds like a problem. That sounds like a quest. So let's run back down there and let's talk to the fellow. Let's ask him, why are you not happy in this little place that has like one trade house and really nothing else here? Like, why aren't you happy? This sounds like a wonderful place to live and, you know, raise a family. Hey, guy. I heard you're feeling kind of down. Why don't we...
What's this about?
Well, you know, it's about, you know, your...
Yes?
It's about your depression. We need to talk about it, guy. Is this you again? Okay. Let's see. Maybe, what if we talk about himself? Let's ask him about himself. Hey, tell me about yourself, guy. I'm not happy here. In fact, no, I'm not. If I had 100 drakes, I'd be on the next boat to Narcissus. I came here to make my fortune, and all I've got is this cursed ring. Say, would you give me 100 drakes for it? The ring itself is worth more than that, but the enchantment is cursed, and no one will buy it from me. It has a nifty little enchantment that helps you run faster. Problem is, it sucks the blood right out of you every time you use it. Please? You'll be doing me a real favor. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and buy this ring from him. We're gonna, just because it's a quest and it is an item. You know, at the very least, we can go ahead and sell it. Here's 100 drakes. Give me the ring. Thank you. You're a lifesaver. I'll grab the next boat out of here. Thanks again, and I hope your luck here is better than mine was. My journal has been updated. So we got Nucius Cursed Ring, which has been added to our inventory, and we've lost 100 gold. How much gold do we have? Oh, wow, we're only down to 41. But where is this ring? This ring that we ended up getting our hands on. Should be under magic. There we go. So basically, it damages health. It takes away 10 points of health, and it fortifies our athletics 5 points. And it says value of 100. So maybe we can only just sell this for 100. But, you know, we went ahead and we completed a quest, and now we have ourselves a fancy new cursed ring, which, when we use with, we'll say in conjunction with our engraved ring of healing, might give us the ability to move just a little bit quicker. But we don't want to use it too much because, like he said, it's going to hurt us. All right, so we've gone ahead and we've done that. Let's go back into Errol's trade house. We originally went in there because we were going to be, you know, talking to people, and you know, I was feeling a little bit curious about stuff like that, but I got sidetracked because, you know, I wanted to have some sort of action, right? Let's go do something fun. So let's go ahead and let's chit chat here with Errol, maybe a little bit more. Was there anything else? No, actually, I'm pretty sure we talked about everything that we possibly could with you. No, let's see.
Something to say.
Yes, Outlander?
Let's go ahead and talk to, let's talk to her. Let's see. Oh, hello, Alexis. I'm Tolvi's Othralen. This is Seyda Neen, swamp fever capital of the world. I suppose you're wondering what's going on here. I can tell you where the services are. There aren't many, and I can tell you the latest rumors, unless you've already hear them. Bit of a typo there. Probably I'm just gonna get the standard, Errol's Trade House. What about the latest rumors, though? I heard that there's been some trouble up at Fort Frostmoth. Never heard of it? It's on an island called Solstim, north of Vardenfell. Okay. This here is actually in reference to the Blood Moon expansion, the second expansion for Morrowind. We will not be following up on this for quite some time, but, you know, since we're here, we might as well ask about Solstim. Solstim. That's the frozen island up to the north, right? Sounds awful to me. If you're looking to get there, you might check for transportation in Cool. Alright, so when the time comes, when it is time for us to go ahead and tackle the Blood Moon expansion, which we are going to be doing, you know, I should have maybe described the scope of what this Let's Play will consist of in the first video. We're going to be playing through the entire the entire main quest of Morrowind, as well as Tribunal and Blood Moon, as well as a few, we'll say, guild and side quests along the way. So let's see, if we go ahead and we look at our quests, we have an island to the ring, island 2, and then I drop down to Fargoth's ring. So it's listed as this one is still incomplete. Maybe we'll go back and talk to Fargoth. No, you don't think I should?
Come on then, say something or move on.
Where did I put that?
Okay, shut up and talk to me. Shut up and talk to me. You look like you could use a friend, Outlander. Perhaps I can be your friend. I'd like you to help me recover some gold. You know what? I know exactly how this is going to play out. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'll be right back. I'll talk to him in a second. In the last video, I said we were playing in character, right? I was like, oh, I'm going to keep the ring. But I forgot one of the quirks that I gave Alexis, though, was that she was incredibly honest. When asked a direct question, she will always answer it honestly. And I didn't do that with Fargoth. I said, no, I never saw the ring.
I don't have time for this, so make it quick.
So let's go ahead and talk about his ring again. I swear one of the guards has it. Okay, so this time here, let's go ahead and say, yeah, I found it. Here, take it.
You found it. Amazing. Thank you, thank you. You are now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Errol, who runs the trade house here. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now.
And our journal has been updated. So basically, we've completed this quest line, and I guess you could say we've stayed in character a little bit more. But don't worry, we will be able to. We'll say, you know, since we are a thieving type character, we will be able to get our hands on that ring again.
Yes, Outlander?
You know, I wish I would have done that earlier that way there, because if I go ahead and talk to Errol now, you'll notice
Feel free. Talk at your leisure.
my disposition with him is at 85. So he actually really likes us because we helped out his buddy Fargoth. All right, let's
You're
talk to
on
him.
your honor. Don't press your luck.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's inquire a little bit more about recovering some gold. That's right. See, I had a bad run of luck playing 9 holes, and I lost a bit of money. Oh yes, what was the name of the person that you lost? It was on the note that was left in the census office. Anyways, normally I'd be fine. We can usually keep some gold in our pockets just from the money the locals pay us for protection. But I know some of them are holding out on me, especially that little fetcher Fargoth. He's come up light the past couple of weeks when I've shaken him down. I know he's stashing it somewhere. I'd like you to find Fargoth's hiding place. What do you mean by that? I know the little fetcher's got one somewhere in town, just not sure where yet. I've already gone through his whole house, so I know he's not hiding it there. I'd like you to find out where he's stashing his gold, if you can. I'll give you a share of the wealth. Are you up for it? Now, this sounds really scummy, but let's go ahead and do it. I'll do it. Excellent. Here's what I want you to do. I'm not sure where he goes, but I know he wanders around town at night. Watch his movements. The best vantage point is on top of the lighthouse south of town. That will give you a nice view of all of Seyda Neen. If you keep an eye on where he goes, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out where he's hiding that gold. All right, so basically he's handed us the solution. We want to go ahead and climb up to the top of the lighthouse and sort of hide up there, and we should be able to see, you know, all of Fargoth's activities from up there. Because we're being a spy now.
I can do. I am humbly at your service.
Oh, now my conscience is starting to feel guilty. I'm like, dude, I am about to screw you over. I'm so sorry. Or am I sorry? I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. We'll see. So we're gonna go ahead and in here. Because actually, what time is it right now? It is 10 p.m. Actually, we have time. There's somebody in here. I figured we would go ahead and talk with her on our way up. You know, we came across another person. Why not? You're new to Seyda Neen, right? I'm Thaver Vedrano. I'm sure you have questions. Go ahead, ask. I have plenty of time. Well, first of all, what's your background? I am a commoner. Okay, you're just a commoner. You just, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that maybe you man the lighthouse. Any rumors? I've heard that the local tax collector, Processus Vitellius, is missing. No surprise, really. He wasn't well liked around here. Maybe we should take note of this. So we have a missing person, and we'll say tax collector. There seems to be a lot of problem with, we'll say, money changing hands in this little port village. Let's see, your trade? I'm a commoner. I do whatever needs doing. Cooking, cleaning, building, baking, making, breaking, and by your accent, I can tell you are an outlander. Since you're new to these parts, perhaps you'd like me to share a little local lore. I don't know. Do we have an option for local lore? I think there's a little secret. Hey, do you have a little secret? Talk to everyone. Talk is cheap. Ask questions. You don't ask, you never learn. I suppose that's good. I guess it's good advice, but I didn't ask for advice. I asked for a secret. What about advice? Phew, you're bitter green, Outlander. Might as well wear a sign. New in town. Word of advice? Buy a little goodwill. Lose a few drakes, gain a friend. Folks will loosen up if you spread a little of the Emperor's gold around. And what she's referring to is if you go under persuasion, you can actually bribe. You can go ahead and start giving money. Now, we can go ahead and admire, intimidate, taunt, and I'm hoping to be able to do that because I want to play around with the speechcraft a little bit in this game. But you know what? At the beginning, I'm actually open to like bribing people to make them like me. We'll say Alexis wants friends, so she's willing to throw gold around to do that. Mainly if it's gonna, we'll say serve her purposes later. But yeah, I think gaining friends is probably a good thing. So she can see the benefit to that. It's not always just about material things. She wants to amass as much wealth, both, we'll say, in the minds of people and physical. Or maybe I'm getting too sappy. Whatever. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and.
What is this about?
It's about nothing. I'll be trying to steal your lock your. I'll be trying to steal the stuff out of your chest at a later time. But for now, we're just going to go ahead up to the top of the lighthouse, and we're going to go ahead and try to watch Fargoth and see what he does. Oh, what's this? The Wraith's wedding dowry, value of 300. Yoink. All right, you have gained knowledge from this book. Your unarmored skill increased to 21. Now, there are books throughout this game that will increase your various skills. This one here being one of them. I'll be going ahead and stealing that because, hey, it's got value, and we'll be going ahead and reading that in one of the, we'll say, book club videos. And we'll grab some grief as well, and sure, why not the bread? We just stole her lunch. Nothing else. All right, let's go ahead and head on outside, up to the top of the lighthouse. Got the fire lit, and let's see. Oh, there's Fargoth right there. I'm surprised he doesn't see us. We're kind of like right up here by the big flaming flame. So let's see. What is he doing? He's being very sneaky with that torch and walking directly into people. What could he be up to? So sneaky. Now, I think we're currently sneaking, right? Yeah, we were sneaking. So basically, we're going to go ahead and watch what he does. And I kind of like this. I like this quest because it does. It makes, we'll say, some of the characters, the actors in the game, behave in a way that's a little bit different than they normally do. You'll notice that they'll walk around aimlessly, but they don't really do a whole lot. And this is actually one thing that. I'm sorry, it just reminds me of one thing that I kind of missed, that I'm maybe a little bit disappointed in, that I missed from Daggerfall. In Daggerfall, shops closed at night and stuff like that. And in Morrowind, the entire scheduling that Daggerfall and Arena had is missing. It's completely gone, and that won't come back until Oblivion. So, as much as I love this game, there are things that were stripped out of it. So it looks like Fargoth walked on over here, and he looked at this tree stump. Let's, I don't know if I necessarily want to jump down. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll come over here. Actually, I'm wondering if that bug is still present. I know the game tried to fix some bugs, but... Okay, if I slide... Ow, no, that didn't work. I should have just jumped on the tree. Maybe it just wasn't the right kind of platform. I know in Vivek there's a trick where I can jump off the top ledge without hurting myself at all, but... We'll get to that later. You're like, what Vivek? What the heck is Vivek? I've heard about Vivek. Like I said, we'll talk about that later. You no longer have the engraved Ring of Healing. Because I hurt myself, I instinctively went up and I hit the 2 key to try to grab the Ring of Healing. Luckily for us, we've now found Fargoth's hiding place, where he's stashed 300 gold, a journeyman's lockpick, and his engraved Ring of Healing. I don't know why he doesn't just wear it. But then again, I guess he's scared of getting shaken down by the guards. That's no way to live, man. And there we go. We now have our engraved Ring of Healing back. Now, you'll notice it's got a charge again. If you look down in the bottom left, there's a small red bar underneath the ring's logo, and that shows how much charge the enchanted item has. Enchanted items in Morrowind, they recharge on their own, which means with this ring, I essentially have unlimited healing. I have basically unlimited health regeneration. It'll take a little while for the health to get back, but, it's something I've got now. So, we will be hanging on to that, and that will allow us to, we'll say, avoid some downtime. And by downtime, I won't have to go ahead and actually rest as much, which, he's like, this tapestry thing, I'm not sure if I like it. Maybe I should invest in, like, a menu? I'll deal with his back here. Actually, no, I'm not dealing with him. I'm dealing with Hriskar upstairs.
Yes, madame. What is it?
I'm not talking to you. I'm coming up here to talk to Hriskar. This scum.
What say you?
All right, you were supposed to find Fargoth's hiding place. Were you able to? Yes, I was, actually. You found his hiding place. That's great. Tell you what, I'll give you 100 gold, and you can keep anything else that you found in there. Thanks for your help. 300 gold has been removed from your inventory, and 100 has been added back into my inventory. Why didn't they just remove 200? I'm not sure why they did it this way. But anyways, the journal's been updated, and let me see here. I don't think we have any current quests any longer. Nope. Well, we have the one in Balmora and the one with the island to the north. Now, we could go ahead and talk to some of these people. There was an Elone, wasn't there, that I was supposed to meet? Elone can give us some advanced, we'll say, instructions or directions to find
I'm a
Chaos
busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
Sure. I need you to tell me maybe a little bit about Balmora? No. Yeah, tell me about Balmora. Balmora is the district seat of House Lalu and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivec City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagiad and Pelagiad Village. From Balmora, roads lead north to Aldrun through the town of Caldera. Maybe I better write down the directions to Balmora for you. It's a long walk and a little confusing. So Alone's directions to Balmora have been added to your inventory. That's cool. Okay, I don't think I've ever had that before. But you went ahead and you mentioned a few other places. A few different little places and things that I can ask about. Why don't we go ahead and inquire about those? So we're asking about Vardenfell. Vardenfell district encompasses Vardenfell Island, a great landmass dominated by the great volcano Red Mountain and cut off from mainland Morrowind by the surrounding inner sea. The portion of the Padomaic Ocean lying north of Vardenfell is known as the Sea of Ghosts. Okay, that's cool. And now you refer to Vardenfell District. What do you mean by that? Vardenfell District is one of the 6 administrative districts of the Imperial Province of Morrowind. Vardenfell District consists of the island of Vardenfell, with its great house and imperial settlements, and the city of Vivec, surrounded by the inland sea, and dominated by the titanic volcano Red Mountain and its associated ash wastelands. That was okay. That was interesting. I'm interested about the seas. Actually, I don't think I've really asked about these before. Let's see. The inner sea. The waters enclosed between mainland Morrowind and Vardenfell Island are called the inner sea. Okay. What about the Padomaic Ocean? Sorry. The waters of the Padomaic Oceans completely surround Tamriel. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that before. Man, I'm a terrible fan. The continent of Akavir lies across the Padomaic Ocean to the east, and the continent of Atmora lies across the Sea of Ghosts to the north. Cool, so we actually, I knew about these before, but I didn't know in which direction they were in. So there's actually 2 other continents that are being referred to, we'll say, outside of Tamriel. So we've got Akavir to the east, and then we have Atmora to the north. You said Sea of Ghosts. I love anything sort of spooky, so is there anything about the Sea of Ghosts you can tell me? Is the name of northern waters lying between Tamriel and the northern continent of Atmora. I was kind of hoping there was a reason for this name, like why is it called the Sea of Ghosts? Maybe a lot of people died there trying to cross over to Tamriel. What about now there's a bunch of other little towns that we might be crossing. What about Pelagiad? Pelagiad? Oh man, this was gonna... Pelagiad is a newly chartered imperial village on the road north from Vivec to Balmora, right on the western edge of the Ascadian Isles region. The village is right outside the Imperial Legion garrison at Fort Pelagiad. The houses and shops are built in the Western Imperial style, and Pelagiad looks more like a village in the Western Empire than a Morrowind settlement. That's cool. We'll be making a stop there, and that's one reason why I wanted to ask about it, because I am planning on stopping in Pelagiad on our way up to Balmora. We've already asked about Balmora. What about Caldera? That was mentioned. Caldera is a recently chartered imperial town and mining corporation north of Balmora on the road to Aldrun. The Caldera Mining Company has been granted an imperial monopoly to remove raw ebony from the rich deposits here. Caldera is a new town, recently built in the Western Imperial style, and most of the citizens are outlanders and new colonists. That's interesting. I played the game a lot, but I've never really paid attention too much to, we'll say, the architecture. Like, I've known there's been differences in the different regions, but, you know, it has, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, both of these settlements, Pelagiad and Caldera, they both have a very different style. They both look very different than the other settlements that I see across Vardenfell. What about Ebonheart? We will be needing to know about Ebonheart a little bit. Let's just go ahead and ask about that. Trust me, we will be wanting to go to Ebonheart at some point. Ebonheart is south on the road from Pelagiad, built on the western shore of the water-founded city of Vivec. Ebonheart is the seat of the imperial government for Vardenfell district, and a busy center for maritime trade. Castle Ebonheart is the home of Duke Vedum Dren, the district's ruler and emperor's representative. Also located at Castle Ebonheart are the Vardenfell District Council chambers and the Hawkmoth Legion garrison. I hate that. I'm curious about this legion, you know, but it's not something I can inquire about. The East Empire Company has its headquarters in Ebonheart. So that kind of ties into what I was talking about, we'll say, in a downtime, being able to heal with the engraved Ring of Healing. I don't want to be sleeping for the next little while because, you know, we're good for now. Because
What was that?
It will trigger an event.
Your
And, you know, I'll talk about that when the event occurs. A lot of people probably already know what I'm talking about, and
Yes, madame. What
yeah,
is it?
we won't dwell on that. So,
Any time now.
anyways, we've gone ahead and we've inquired about. Actually, let me see. She gave me detailed instructions to Balmora. Do I have that in my inventory? Alone's directions to Balmora. Okay, from Seyda Neen, leave the village by the North Bridge, then follow the road east past the Siltstrider port. That's kind of cool. Now I know how to get there. Mind the signpost and be careful. I'm in bad weather or darkness. It is easy to stray from the road. You know, I don't really need this, but it's really cool that there are, we'll say, step-by-step instructions on how to get there. Fortunately, because we did inquire about these locations, let me see, are you gonna... Huh. There's a location missing on my map. Which I find kind of intriguing. Anyways, because we did inquire about these locations, they have been placed on our map. Which, you know what? Now that I think about it, I do recall this happening before. I don't remember. I don't think it was... I'm not running any mods. The only mods I'm running are strictly bug fixes, and the one, we'll say, graphical mod. So there really should be no reason for, we'll say the, what am I going to say? For that to be some sort of added feature. It's not something that should be an added feature because that's not... I didn't put it into the game, so it shouldn't be there. So that tells me that by default, this feature is in the game where it goes ahead and puts these towns on your map after you've inquired about them, which is great for navigation, and actually I think it makes things a lot easier than I think people tend to lead on, because I find a lot of people get frustrated by the navigation in Morrowind. They're like, what the heck, I can't find anything, there's these horrible instructions, but I seem to recall being able to look at my world map and say, oh yeah, I need to go here. Yeah, so because everything's here on the map. I'll have to double check though. I'll have to double check and make sure it's not something that's added with, like, say, the Morrowind code patch, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Alright, we're going to have a little bit of combat because I noticed across the water, and I might not have noticed if had it not been for, we'll say, the distant lands, for the modification to the, we'll say, the way the graphics work in this game. I might not have noticed that there was, like, a tomb or some sort of, yeah, there was a door in the side of a rock over on a small island. Come on. It's a mud crab. How hard can it be to kill a mud crab? Let's go ahead and take some mud crab meat. Now, where on earth was that? I think it was over there, wasn't it? No, it's right over there. I can see it. There's a small door. I figured we would go over there and maybe explore that. Oh, is that another mud crab? Yes, it is. Now, I am sneaking, so let's see if I can backstab it. We're training our, we'll say, our skills, our sneaking, and, you know, we're failing miserably, but... you know, we're basically practicing on weak enemies because we are still at the very beginning of the game. Now, the enemies that I faced off against in the smuggler's cave, they were pretty weak, but I'm pretty sure that they were designed in such a way that they would not be a challenge. Is that a body? Okay, give me a second. I'm going to deal with these bugs. yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were designed to be sort of that, sort of, you know, baby's first bandit encounter. And whoa! We have one of the, dang, there's a lot of enemies around here. Okay, so this is a Quama Forager. We'll be seeing a lot more of, we'll say, Quamas, and we'll see their various forms as we play the game. And we got a couple Scribs here. Now, Scribs, they're pretty easy to take out. They're generally passive by default. They will not attack you, you know, unless attacked. But when you do attack them, they do have the ability to paralyze. So you have to sort of be mindful of that. But luckily, we were able to one-shot it, and we don't have to worry about that. But like I said, I want to get some practice in with both my blade and with my sneaking skill. So, oh, that's the slow fern. That's the plant I'm looting from. All right, I'm actually curious. If we take a look at the menu here, sneak. Yes, we have made progress towards sneak. If you go ahead and hover over any of the skills that you have, the number over on the right here represent, we'll say, what your skill is currently at. But if you're hovering over the skill, you'll get a progress bar towards, we'll say, a skill up. And when you get a skill up, that skill will increase by 1. So our sneak is on its way to increasing. That's good. Makes me happy. Now we did take some damage, but let's go ahead and just heal that up with the engraved ring of healing. Not quite enough. Oh well. Let's go ahead and you know, loot some mushrooms while we're here. Why not? Now, what have we got here? There's a body. Was it... What happened to you? Processus Vitellius. Now, if we remember from earlier, that was the name of the tax collector. Was it not? Yes, it was. The journal has been updated, and we found a bunch of things on his body. Let's leave his clothes, but let's take the tax record and the 200 gold. All right, let's go ahead and read the tax record here. What does this tax record tell us? All right, tax records. Processus Vitellius, Seyda Neen Census and Excise Office. Rill, 450 drakes, paid. So basically paid. Eldefier, I believe that's the woman that roams around near the center of town, has not paid. Irene Lenim has paid. Fargoth, not paid. Finemouth, not paid. Foreign Gilnith, not paid. Vodunius Nucius. Oh, that's the guy who wants to get out of town. Not paid. Interesting. So I'm assuming that the names on here are the names of people who live in the town? That would make sense. Because I'm looking for, what was his name? The guy we did the quest we screwed over Fargoth for. I don't see his name on the list, so I'm assuming he's maybe just a mercenary or he's just temporarily operating in the town because his name is not here. So he's not a permanent resident of Seyda Neen. So we do have records of who paid their taxes and who did not, and the money is there. Now that's very interesting. Was he killed by animals? Because had he been killed by animals, you know, that makes a lot more sense because if he was robbed, they would have taken the money. Maybe there's an opportunity here. Actually, let's go ahead and take... What does our journal say? I found a corpse while traveling near Seyda Neen. It seems to be the corpse of one Processus Vitellius, based on some items found on his body. He is carrying a parchment with what looked like tax records. He also had 200 gold on his body, probably taxes he collected. All right, it doesn't really give us anywhere to go with that, but I'm wondering, you know, if maybe we can get a little bit, we'll say, goodwill. What if we were to go ahead and, I don't know, we'll say, return back to the census office, go back to sort of that building and be like, hey, yo, we found this. Maybe there's a reward involved. Yeah, that's something we could do. So let's go ahead and, after we kill this Quama Forager, let's go ahead and maybe go back and tell someone about this. Be like, hey, yo, buddy's dead. Your tax... Yeah, there we go. Your tax collector's kind of dead. You might want to get yourself a new one. Oh, man. I don't know if it's just because the draw distance is now further because of the graphical mod that I'm just able to notice. I'm like, oh, there's enemies everywhere. I don't remember there being this many enemies. But it's alright, we're getting a lot of practice in. There we go. If we take a look at our short blade, yeah, we're getting close to a skill up. Awesome. So we'll run back over here, and then we will we'll tell them that that they're missing a they're missing a tax collector. Now, in the bottom left corner, there's also an icon for the sword that I'm wielding. The I believe it's a silver short sword. The red bar that's underneath that is actually the weapon's durability. That's one nice change that that Morrowind does have over Daggerfall is I like that you can just sort of at a glance see how durable your weapon currently is. And if I'm remembering correctly, the durability will actually impact how much damage it does. So if if it's a really beat up sword, it's not going to be doing as much damage as if it was in, we'll say, perfect condition. So it's if I recall correctly, silver. Let me go ahead and take a look at this silver short sword. The condition, let's see, 524 out of 600. If I recall correctly, silver has a lower sort of maximum condition versus other materials. No, I'm wrong. 400. Maybe it deteriorates quicker, or maybe it just seems that way. I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's go back in here and tell them about their missing tax collector. No, it's not you. It's the other guy. It seems like they're probably sitting in there. Oh, that's right. We closed the door. Are you guys still hanging out in here? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. I found something.
What's this, then?
Oh, calm down. The murder of Processus Vitellius. Murdered? What a waste. Well, maybe we were able to see the wounds. Maybe we were able to tell that it wasn't an animal. What a waste. Processus was a good man. I had been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he'd collected? Asking the important questions. I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yes, I found 200 septims on his body. Or no, he didn't have anything on him. That character quirk. We have to be honest when asked the question. Okay. Yes, I found 200 septims on his body. You did? How odd that he was murdered but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated. I can tell you that. I won't forget this, Alexis. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murderer of Processus punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer and bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septims. All right, now there's something that Alexis can get behind. 500 septims. That'll be great. So 200 gold has been removed from the inventory, and we've got ourselves a new quest. We need to find the murderer. And that's what we're going to do next time, because I am out of time for today. So let's go ahead and we'll end things here. If you like this video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, go ahead and leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what...
Tell her I'm not interested.
I just realized what he was saying in my... Anyways, I'll leave the room so you guys can go ahead and just talk and stuff while I end my video. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, we will laugh at this. Okay. Until next time, game on.